Good morning and welcome to our 6th edition of Good Morning Blue Valley. I'm Anna Elliott.
And I'm Caroline Brady. Today's show is our last edition before spring break, which begins this Thursday, March 15th. We'll be taking a look at where Blue Valley students are headed for their locations.
We also have your local weather forecast and predicted temperatures for one popular spring break location. Later we'll meet Mike Slagle, Blue Valley's Assistant Director of Planning and Transportation, who will give us an update on the progress of Blue Valley West High School, which will open this fall.
But first, some upcoming events. Blue Valley Northwest will be holding its first annual all-school talent show tonight at 7 p.m. March is National Theater in Our Schools Month, so be sure to stay involved with your school's program by auditioning for or seeing a show.
Now let's go to Adriana Hopkins to take a look at the charity blood drive held at Blue Valley North High School last week.
For the 15th year in a row, Blue Valley North students, staff, and parents have rolled up their sleeves to give the gift of life to others by donating blood to the Community Blood Center.
Well, I think it's a good thing because a lot of kids are really scared to give, and so we can inform them of the good reasons to give blood that could save babies' lives, it could save someone's lives, and oftentimes the people that donate think of maybe if someone in their family needed blood, and so that makes them a little more willing to give, and I think it's a good thing.
Blue Valley North has been doing the blood drive since it opened, 1986. Our goal was raised to 90 units, but I think we're probably going to exceed that. One thing you need to know is that with 1 unit of blood, it benefits 3 people.
Donating blood assists those involved in accidents as well as those suffering from chronic diseases.
I started giving blood right out of high school because a friend of mine had been diagnosed with leukemia, and a bunch of us went down.
I was talking to a nurse Streeter, and she was saying that since there was so much flu this year, that everyone should give blood because there's a real a shortage, and so that everyone can stay healthy.
At day's end, the Blue Valley North community helped 360 people by raising 120 units of blood. This has been Adriana Hopkins for BVTV.
This spring, the annual Job Olympics, a special competition for many area students, proved to be very exciting. Here's reporter Megan Connor with more.
All kids love to compete, and the students in the Blue Valley Northwest Special Education Department are no different. They recently took part in a competition catered to their needs.
Job Olympics is held every year in the early spring or late winter, and it is for students in Johnson County that have active IEPs and that can attend the event. And there's nearly around 400 students that attended this year.
Students participated in events that will help them to acclimate themselves to the job market.
Most of the kids took part in silver rolling, stuffing and labeling letters, towel and washcloth folding, vacuuming. They did events like paper shredding. They did all these different sorts of events, and most of these events will help them find a job later in life. That's what the point of the Job Olympics is.
After the events came to an end, volunteer judges tallied the points, and the top 3 winners in each activity received medals.
I felt happy and I'm thankful. I was thankful that they helped me before I went.
Blue Valley Northwest took first overall in the 2nd division, winning a total of 37 medals.
It's the culminating activity of our curriculum. The students participated in events that ranged from folding towels to check writing advanced, and those are activities that we work on a day-to-day basis, and for the kids to go out, participate, do so well just meant that on a day-to-day basis in the classroom they're doing excellently.
This has been Megan Connor reporting.
Seniors at area high schools can also be found preparing for their future careers as second semester comes to a close. With a look at how some students at Blue Valley Northwest are preparing for their future, here's Caroline Brady.
Most seniors at Blue Valley Northwest are enjoying their last year of high school. With lighter schedules and less homework, they're patiently waiting for the next big step in their lives. But some of the students here at Northwest are taking advantage of their senior year by exploring some of their career choices through some of the options made available to them. Many seniors find themselves here at Menorah Medical Center, where they are exploring the school to career experience through the JC Technical Institute.
Well, they work with all aspects of healthcare, all disciplines. The Health Career Science program requires that they be involved with 5 major clusters. Emergency services is one, rehab another, and therapeutic services, diagnostic.
Well, it really gives us a chance to get out in the real world, so to speak, and get hands-on experience. First 6 weeks of class, we learn the skills of a certified nurse's assistant.
We came to Menorah, and we get to rotate through the operating rooms and the emergency rooms.
And then for second semester, 3 days a week, we get a shadow, or we have the opportunity of taking Johnson County courses in math or science.
Other programs, like the Blue Valley Mentorship Program, cater to students with a more specific career in mind. Blue Valley Northwest senior Brandon Carlson is just that type of student. Brandon spends his time shadowing Larry Cordell, an orthopedic surgeon at Menorah Medical Center.
I asked the ladies who run the program who they knew as orthopedic surgeons and got his name that way. I then shadowed him over the summer, enjoyed my time with him, and so then I decided to give him a call again when it came around time to be paired up.
And they get to see what we do basically when we come to work and what life's like from that standpoint.
The requirements are a bare minimum of 8 hours a week with your mentor. Personally, I put in about 25 hours a week with Dr. Cordell. At the end of the year, we have a big research project that we'll have to present to a crowd of, I think, 40 or more.
It gives you a good idea of what's going on. It really does.
With school-to-work programs like mentorship and the JC Technical Institute, students have the opportunity to experience their prospective careers in a positive learning environment. For Blue Valley Television, this has been Caroline Brady. We'll be right back after this short break.
Currently on Blue Valley Today.
Public education in this state is at a crossroads.
Get the latest information on the school finance formula.
With the formula we have today and the amount of money we have, you would create winners and losers.
Plus, get reactions from the superintendent and the legislative coalition.
Our legislators need to know that there's a community of interest that support public schools.
It's a monumental decision.
Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Blue Valley. For those of you just tuning in, today's show features students' favorite time of the year, spring break.
With a look at the weather prediction for a popular spring break location, as well as our local forecast, here's DJ Whetter. DJ?
Hello and good morning. The weather outside right now looks pretty good. This week is National Severe Weather Awareness Week, so if you hear some testing going on throughout your neighborhoods, don't be alarmed. As for the weather right now, look outside, it's about 42 degrees. Our high should reach somewhere in the mid-50s. We've already had our low earlier this morning. As we look at the temperatures around the Midwest, you see you got still the cold weather that's coming through up here. Furthermore, the front has moved through. We had the rain that came through yesterday, and that's gone, and now the temperatures are beginning to go upward. We should see this increase throughout the week. As for the local radar, you can see the radar has moved through. This is the rain we had earlier. It's now snow up in the north. Pretty clear right here. This should bring in winds throughout the day that could get pretty high at times. As the temperature increases, so should the wind throughout the day. As for the local extended forecast, looks like we should reach about 60 by tomorrow, go back down on Thursday with a slight chance of rain throughout the day, but I'm not sure if that will materialize or not. On Friday, it looks like a high of 48, 54 on Saturday, and finally 53 on Sunday. The weather should look pretty good for quite a while around Kansas City. As for you crazy kids heading to Cancun for your spring break, especially BVTV's own Georgia Chandler, the weather looks pretty good down in Cancun right now. Sunny and 86 today. Slight chance of rain toward the end of the week as we look through Sunday, but it looks like the radar should hold out and it should be light rain throughout Cancun and much of the week as the temperatures reach highs in the mid-80s. That's it for weather. Now back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, DJ. So where are you going for spring break, Caroline?
I'm going to Hawaii with my family. Where are you going?
Actually, I'm going to the Eastern Caribbean. Why don't we take a look at where some other students are going?
Louisiana. We're going to South Padre.
The Bahamas.
Cancun, baby.
I'm going to Puerto Vallarta. 200 people in our school.
Puerto Vallarta.
To Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
I'm going to Grand Cayman Islands.
We're going on a cruise.
I'm going to Cancun.
I've been tanning a little bit.
Tanning.
Bathing suit shopping. Yeah, a little working out here and there.
I'm gonna dye my hair. Yeah, I might do a little frost action, maybe not the full dye.
Shopping for cute clothes and tanning and working out.
Oh, I'm definitely working out. Gotta work on those abs, biceps, pecs, you know.
May go up to Snow Creek, take a couple runs up there just to get the legs ready.
No matter what you do this spring break, make sure to have fun and be safe.
The first thing the seniors can do is to use their brains and their senses and know if something seems like it's really stupid, don't do it.
Have fun, but you have to sort of balance fun with smart.
Cancun, baby. Cancun, baby. Blue Valley's 4th high school, Blue Valley West, will be opening next school year. Here's Katie Pass with guest Mike Slagle from the Blue Valley Planning Department to discuss some of the details of the new building. Katie?
Hi, thanks Caroline. I'm here with Mike Slagle, who's the Assistant Director of Planning and Transportation, and this year is definitely a very important year in the Blue Valley School District. I know they're renovating all the existing high schools. What exactly are they doing?
Well, Katie, first of all, the 3 high schools that are currently existing will be undergoing some extensive renovations. As you know, at Blue Valley High School, we have 8 mobile classrooms out in the parking lot. The big joke was that we had a 6A school inside the building and a 4A school in the parking lot. 3 of those mobiles will be being moved to other locations to deal with some enrollment pressures. We are continuing to renovate the district activities, or district stadium there at the Blue Valley High School. And then Blue Valley North and Blue Valley Northwest will also be going some renovations to improve some of the educational and curricular offerings there at the schools.
And what is the reason behind doing all these renovations?
Well, as you know, over time programs change, program offerings need to change, and buildings, need constant renovation and updating to provide for our student bodies who are there partaking in the classes.
And I know Blue Valley West will be opening in August, and what will the enrollment be when it first opens?
Well, first of all, it's been the million-dollar question that I've been asked over the past about 2-year, 3-year period now since this whole process has started. Believe it or not, Blue Valley West has been about a 3 to 3.5 year planning process, from finding the land for that school, acquiring the land, and starting the building process. We're anticipating a student body and student enrollment of about 1,000 students. When we first started this process, we were hoping for at least 600 to 700. So, wow. 1,000 students is a good number for us, a good starting number, and we're looking at class sizes that will be pretty comparable with one another.
Okay, and how will the numbers impact the sports? I mean, will it be a 5A or a 6A school?
Well, initially, when the Kansas Activity Association came out with the classifications, Blue Valley West was a 5A school, and so they'll play 5A athletics, at least 5A football next fall, and then depending on enrollment next year, basketball and all the other sports will be classified for that particular district season that would come up. The following years, we expect Blue Valley West to be a rapidly growing high school, and at one point in the not so distant future, I think all 4 of our Blue Valley high schools will be 6A schools once again.
Oh wow, okay. Well, thank you very much. We're going to go right back to Caroline and Anna in the studio.
Thanks, Katie. With spring around the corner, winter sports have come to a close. Here's Samantha Horner with a look at this past year's Blue Valley North girls basketball season.
Blue Valley North's propensity to win state championships in girls basketball is ineffable. This legacy, led by senior Blair Waltz and junior Jennifer Blues, would once again defend its state title. Going into the state tournament with a 17-4 record, Blue Valley North was confident that the Lady Mustangs would bring home another championship trophy. The game was tied throughout the first half with both teams sharing points. The turning point came when senior Blair Waltz got in foul trouble with the charge with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third quarter with the score tied. Hutchinson then made a 14-4 run in taking a 10-point lead. They never looked back. Blair ended her career with 9 points in a low 21 minutes. Jennifer Blues and Danielle Buehler picked up the slack, combining for 41 points. Hutchinson did the unthinkable and ending the Lady Mustangs' legacy 75-64. Hutchinson took advantage of an overwhelming fan support, making it home court advantage. The Mustangs lose seniors Blair Waltz and Audrey Metz to graduation, but returning juniors include Jennifer Blues, Danielle Beeler, and Chelsea Garrett. The Lady Mustangs hope to restore their legacy for the 2002 season. Commentating for Andy Greenenbaum, this has been Samantha Horner for BBTV.
Last but not least, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the infamous question of the week.
The strangest thing that I've ever eaten for breakfast was pizza.
Probably came from the school cafeteria. I'm not really sure what it was that I was eating.
Egg rolls.
I have to say that it would be a sandwich.
Liver and onions. Yeah, it was an interesting breakfast, and I decided to put a little spice into it, so I put some chocolate syrup on there.
Macaroni and cheese.
Sometimes, like on the weekends, my mom makes eggs. I pull out the barbecue sauce and pour it on the eggs. It's really good. Let me tell you, you should try it sometime.
Spam.
Blueberry pecan pancakes. They're nasty.
So this one time I woke up and just decided to have a whole bag of Cheetos. Yeah, it was just a big bag of Cheetos. I dipped them in chocolate,
A steak.
They had a lot of hot dogs with, relish and mustard.
Pretzels and peanut butter. I just had that this morning. It's really good.
I eat cottage cheese and yogurt pretty much every morning for breakfast, and I mix in it with some apples and some nuts. And people around here think it's odd. I don't feel it to be odd at all. I just think it's good health food, and I enjoy it.
I woke up one morning, didn't have any food, SpaghettiOs.
Well, that's about it. Thanks for joining us at Blue Valley. Good Morning Blue Valley. I'm Anna Elliott.
And I'm Caroline Brady. See you next time.